election results are coming in, we have seen this week a spat between Russia and the main opposition leader, Kılıçdaroğlu, who has accused Russia of interfering in Turkish elections. So tensions between Russia and the opposition are already high, but it remains to be seen if these ties could be fixed after the elections.
Let's cross to Turkey, though, now, where elections are underway. President Erdogan facing one of the most significant challenges in his 20-year stint in power. This comes amid a serious economic crisis in the country. We can speak now to Dilara Aslan, who is the Ankara bureau chief at the daily Sabah. Welcome to the programme.
Hi, thank you.
This is an election which is being characterised as a contest between two opposing ideologies. On the one hand, secularism, and on the other, authoritarianism, Islamism. Is that accurate, or is that an oversimplification?
I think we should not see President Erdogan as an autocrat solely, but rather as representing the conservative circles in Turkey. Because, as you know, around 50% of the country is conservative and is wearing headscarves. So it is especially very important for these kinds of people against the secular circle, as you mentioned. And now people will choose between continuing with the 20-year rule of President Erdogan or with choosing change now by voting to the opposition.
Well,
but especially
let's just reflect on that opposition choice, because the opposition leader is known, I think, colloquially as Gandhi Kamal. Why is he such a credible threat?
He's a very calm figure, which is why he's called Gandhi so often. He's a bureaucrat, but he has never ruled the country. That is one of his disadvantages. On the other side, people now want to see change. About 5 million of voters for this election are the new generation, the youth. And the youth is voicing increasingly that they want to see change, that they want to see another thing, because they've seen nothing else than Erdogan. So now the opposition, which has come together with 5 other parties, is an option for these young people to make a change in their country. If they want to see more Western-oriented policies, if they want to see a media that is not in the hands of one man, autocrats, and yes, that's why these young people will be very decisive for the upcoming elections today. And voting will be ending in about an hour, and after that we will see little by little the results that will come from all over the provinces of Turkey.
Well, on that point of the polls closing, in the run-up to this election, analysts have long been predicting a record voter turnout. What signs, if any, are you seeing of that?
Yes, I myself have been to the polling station this morning, and I can say that interest is really high. And we are seeing a very calm picture, and not the scenarios of chaos or civil war that were painted by some Western analysts. So the voting is going on very calmly, I can say. And about midnight, we are expecting to see the picture of who will win or whether this vote will go to the second round, which would take place on May 28.
Just thinking more widely, what impact could a potential change in leadership mean for Turkey's relations, particularly with Russia?
I think it would bring together radical changes because, as you know, President Erdogan and President Putin have been very, very close and have been engaging in many regional issues together, such as in Libya, and working together also in Syria and other places, in Karabakh, for example, the conflict between Azerbaijan and Armenia. So relations with Russia are very important for Turkey. But on the other hand, we know that the opposition is more Western-oriented, which they also themselves voice. And even before the election results are coming in, we have seen this week a spat between Russia and the main opposition leader, Kılıçdaroğlu, who has accused Russia of interfering in Turkish elections. So tensions between Russia and the opposition are already high, but it remains to be seen if these ties could be fixed after the elections.
Just a final thought on some of the conversations being had around Twitter censorship in relation to the Turkish presidential elections and parliamentary elections underway. Twitter said that they had restricted access to some content in Turkey today. How is that going down within the country?
It has not actually been felt as a big change in Twitter. Actually, I can see that people are still voicing what they want to say. They are publishing and showing what they have been voting for, even if they have voted for the main opposition leader. So I think there is, for now, a quite free environment on Twitter, and everyone is voicing what they want.
Okay, really interesting to speak to you. Dilara Aslan, the bureau chief for Ankara at the daily Sabah, on a really important day in Turkey. Elections currently underway, and as you heard, their polls set to close in around an hour's time.